Hello 8th graders and welcome to Math Weekly number 4, where our focus skill will be on writing equations for real-world situations. This week's focus skill will utilize a lot of the skills that you learned last week when you were writing expressions. Equations are a statement that two amounts are equal. In your own words, one amount is equal to another. An equation compares two expressions using an equal sign. Every equation that you write must have an equal sign. If not, it is just one expression. You have a lot of experience with equations. In kindergarten, your teacher would write 2 plus blank equals 5. You were really solving an equation when you wrote the number 3 on that line. Since then, you've learned to solve more complicated expressions by putting a variable where you are looking to find the value. 2 times what number? Add 5 more makes 25. Oh, well, x must be 10. 2 times 10 is 20 plus 5 more makes 25. Now you're learning to write and interpret what equations mean. So for example, a cell phone company charges $25 per month plus 10 cents per minute represent the total cost, T. So T, the total cost, is equal to 10 cents multiplied by the number of minutes that you use, add 25. This equation represents a variety of situations, and you can have many different users within the cell phone company being calculated using the same equation. Like with expressions last week, these key vocabulary words will help you know what operation a situation requires. Again, I'm not going to read you this chart, but you're welcome to pause this video and use it to help you with your Math Weekly. Let's move on to some examples. Write an equation for each situation below. Remember, they could be numeric or they could be algebraic. Every weekend, Taylor babysits her neighbor's kids for a few hours. For each hour, her neighbor pays her $5. Write an equation to represent the total amount of money Taylor earns babysitting. Well, when I read this situation, there are two main components that I don't know. T, I don't know the total money earned. I also don't know how many hours she worked, so I'm going to use H. Hours worked. The only thing I do know is that she gets paid $5 for each, notice this each in a sentence, that means multiply hour. So $5 times the number of hours equals the total cost. You could also write this backwards. The total cost is equal to 5 times the number of hours that she works. Let's now look at a second situation. S&J Rentals in Shade Gap allows customers to rent a lift for $50 plus $10 per hour. Write an equation to represent the total cost of renting a lift. Once again, there are the same two unknowns. I don't know the total cost, which I'm going to use T for, and I don't know the number of hours, so I'm going to use H for that. But I do know that the total cost is calculated by paying a $50 rental fee plus $10 per, which means to multiply, hour, so times H. So 50 plus 10 times H. So let's summarize what you've learned. An equation shows that two amounts are equal. Keywords help us identify operations within the situation. Variables are used when amount is unknown or varies. An equation can have no variable or many variables. Some are numeric and some are algebraic.